Good morning, all of you. Today's class is the analysis on the verbal aptitude questions based on the examination conducted last week. That is on 4th December, right? So here, every weekend here we conducted an exam in which the questions are given on verbal aptitude, quantitative aptitude, reasoning, and programming. Is it clear? So now I am going to give you analysis of the question paper, especially on verbal aptitude. Okay, and we can discuss these questions and we can analyze them and we can come to know their answers. Is it clear? That is the purpose, right? The objective of this one is here to clarify the doubts in verbal aptitude questions asked in the test and prepare the students for competitive exams. This is the purpose, right? And my regular methodology is inductive method and interactive method. And even I go with analytical and comparative method. Okay, now let us see the questions. The first 5 questions are based on the reading comprehension. First, read the instructions. Read the passages and the questions that follow. Then choose the letter of the best answer based on the information given. Right? So, first read this paragraph. See, every year about 2 billion people visit Mount Rushmore, where the faces of 4 US presidents were carved in granite by the sculptor Gudson Borglum and his son. The creation of the Mount Rushmore monument took 14 years from 1927 to 1941 and nearly $1 million. These were times when money was difficult to come by and many people were jobless. To help him with this sculpture, Borglum hired laid-off workers from the closed down mines in the Black Hills area of South Dakota. He taught these men to dynamite, drill, carve, and finish the granite as they were hanging in the mid-air in his specially devised chairs, which had many safety features. Borglum used dynamite to remove 90% of the 450,000 tons of rock from the mountain quickly and relatively inexpensively. His workmen became so skilled that without causing damage, they could blast to within 4 inches of the finished surface and grade the contours of the facial features. Borglum was proud of the fact that no workers were killed or seriously injured during the years of blasting and carving the granite. Considering the workers regularly used dynamite and heavy equipment, this was a remarkable feat. During the carving, many changes in the original design had to be made to keep the carved heads free of large fissures that were uncovered. However, not all the cracks could be avoided, so Borglum concocted a mixture of granite dust, white lead, and linseed oil to fill them. Every winter, water from melting snow gets into the fissures and expands as it freezes, making the fissures bigger. Consequently, every autumn maintenance work is done to refill the cracks. To preserve this national monument for future generations, the repairers swing out in space over a 500-foot drop and fix the monument with the same mixture that Borglum used. Right? So this is the passage. Based on the passage, there are some questions. Right? We need to answer them. Okay, options are given. Read the first question. The author of the passage indicates that the men Borglum hired were trained sculptors, laid off stone carvers, Black Hills volunteers, unemployed miners. See here, what is that here? In the previous, what is that here? To help him with this sculpture, Borglum hired laid off workers. Okay, laid off workers is okay. Okay, laid off workers from the closed down mines. So these laid off workers are not sculptors. Okay, they don't know carving initially. So these were the workers from the closed down mines. So our answer could be here. So this is okay. Here it is okay, but it is this carvers. Those are not carvers here. First he hired laid off workers from the mines. So here this is wrong. Don't get confused here. So laid off means unemployed here. Okay, from mines. So option D is the correct one. So what is the answer? Answer D is the correct option. Okay, next one. According to the passage, what achievement did Borglum pride himself on? 4 presidential faces in the granite that he had sculpted, the removal of 90% of 450,000 tons of rock quickly, his safety record of no deaths or serious injuries. Yes, this is the answer. Answer C. How can you get it here? How can we get it here? Let us see. He is proud of what is that here? In this sentence here. He was proud of the fact that no workers were killed or seriously injured. So from this one we can get the answer. Right? Right. So here answer is his safety record of no deaths or serious injuries during the years of work. Okay? Right. Next, which of the sentences below best expresses the essential information in the highlighted sentence in the passage? Incorrect choices change the meaning in important ways or leave out essential information. Highlighted sentence. What is the highlighted sentence? Let us see. Yeah, this is the highlighted sentence. However, not all the cracks could be avoided. So Borglum concocted a mixture of granite dust. He concocted means, okay, he discovered or invented like this. Okay, a mixture of granite dust, white lead and linseed oil to fill them. Right? Yeah. See this here. Since cracks could not be avoided, Borglum tried various materials to cover them. In order to fill the unavoidable cracks, Borglum invented a mixture for filling them. Yes, this is only. Concocted means invented here. Okay, see this. A mixture was uncovered by Borglum during the changes in design. No. Because cracks could not be avoided, Borglum bought a mixture of granite dust, white lead. No, not bought. He concocted. So answer is B. Right? Next. According to the passage, today Mount Rushmore needs to be protected from air pollution, wrong, polished for tourists, wrong, restored during the winter, wrong, repaired periodically. So this one is the right option. Okay. Right? So, where is the option here? Let us see in the paragraph. What is that? Yeah. What is that? So, every autumn, maintenance work is done to refill the cracks. Means it needed here regular repairs. Right? Next. The passage discusses all of the following aspects of the creation of the Mount Rushmore carvings except where the people who worked on Mount Rushmore came from. Where did they come from? Yeah, from the mines. Unemployed here. Laid off workers from the mines. Right? Okay, it is there. Okay, why Borglum carved the heads of four? He carved the heads of four US presidents. But why? What is the reason here? That reason is not mentioned. And see here how Borglum dealt with fissures that could not be avoided. So he invented a mixture, okay, and to fill them. When repairs to this national monument are made here, so frequent repairs here, that is also mentioned. So answer is here this one. Answer B. Right? Next. Read the following passage and fill in each blank with words chosen from options given. So this is closed test here. It's a magical sight. Just as the light begins to vanish, thousands of tiny penguins waddle. Okay, select the word for the first blank. Waddle. Stand off the surf, passing off, far off, out of. Waddle out of the surf on an island in the south. Waddle out of. Option is D. Right? D is the option. Okay? Right? Waddle out of the surf. Not far off surf. Yeah. Tiny penguins waddle out of the surf. Next, second blank here. What is that? Waddle out of the surf on an island here in southeastern Australia. Then here, then move. Then what is that here? Then move to the beach, move out the beach, move up or move on, move to. Then move up the beach. Here. Paddle out and move up. Okay. Is it clear? Penguins. Okay. Yes, answer is B. Okay. Move up the beach and along well-worn paths. Up the beach means ahead and move ahead. That is the meaning. Then move up the beach. Okay. Not on the beach. Move. First waddle out and move up means ahead. That is the meaning. Next, see the next option. Yeah. Then waddle, okay. Then move up the beach and along well-known worn paths towards their burrows. The penguin parade has been a major attraction since 1920s when tourists were led by tourists. Was led is wrong. Had led. Okay, were led here. Tourists were led. Okay, by the organizers. When tourists were led by torchlight to view the nighty, let us see here what is there in the fourth one. To view the nightly shining of the birds, arrival of, playing of, going off. What is the correct option? When tourists were led by torchlight to view the nightly arrival of the birds. Arrival. This is the answer. Arrival of the birds. The world's smallest penguin breeds with adults. The world's smallest penguin breed with adults. Yeah. Fifth blank. Adults. Averages is wrong. Average 13 inches. With adults averaging. with adults averaging. So it should be, okay, noun only, with adults averaging 13 inches tall. So here don't get confused. With adults average 13 inches tall is wrong. Averaging is the correct option. Okay. So here option C. Right. So here we should know here the right form of, okay, verbs here. Right form of the words. Okay. Even verbal phrases. Right. Next part is here common errors. I do not see a fun in practical joking. So what is wrong here? I do not see fun. Don't say a fun. Why? Fun is here abstract now. It needs no articles. Articles are not used with abstract nouns. So don't say a fun. I do not see fun in practical joking. Right? So answer is A. No less than 50 dacoits were killed. No less than, here it should be no fewer than. What is that? Fewer. No fewer than. Why? Less is uncountable. It is used with uncountable nouns. Fewer is used with countable nouns. Okay. Few, fewer. Is it clear? Few, fewer. Okay. Low, less. Low, less are used with uncountable nouns. But here it is countable noun. With countable noun, we don't use the adjective less. We use here fewer. No fewer than 50 dacoits. So answer is here A only. Option A. Next. He is the kindest and generous man. He is the kindest. This is superlative. Before superlative, the is used. He is the kindest, okay. But here, for this generous man, article the is not applicable. So here you have to use a separate article A. If this article is applied to both, okay, it's okay. But here, we need a different article. So what is the different article? A. So here answer is C. He is the kindest and a generous man. Right? I work much on Sundays than. So than is there, no? When than is there, it is comparative. Okay, when it is comparative, so here it should be more, not much. Much is in positive, more is in comparative, most is superlative. So here it is used in comparative degree. In the comparative degree, we don't use much. So much, more, most. Much is used in positive degree, right? More in comparative, most in superlative, right? So what is this here? It is comparative. Than is there, no? We use than only in comparative degree. So what is the answer here? A. We should use more in the place of much. Next. Kalidas is greater than any dramatist of the world. So don't say any dramatist. Any dramatist means in that one Kalidas also comes. Right? So don't say any dramatist. It should be any other dramatist. Any other. Okay, in comparative any other, all other. Okay? Some other. We have to use like that. Okay? Don't say any dramatist. It should be any other. Greater than any other. Greater than some other. Greater than all other, like that. Okay? So, where is the mistake here? It is in option B. B is the option. So, no country of the world is as beautiful as India. So, don't say here no country. No country means in that one India also comes. So don't say no country, no other country. Means other than India. No other country of the world is as beautiful as India. No country means in that no country India also part, no? So it should be no other country of the world is as beautiful as. No other, all other, any other, some other, like that. Is it like in the comparison? It should be like this. I am too glad to see you looking well today. Too glad here. This adjective, this to plus adjective, to plus adjective, or to plus so plus adjective, okay, are generally used in negative sense only. Too glad means that we cannot tolerate here. Is it clear? Don't say here she's too beautiful. Too beautiful means we cannot see. Generally, to plus adjective is used in negative sense only. Okay? So you can say here, too hot to drink means we cannot drink. Is it clear? Too stout here, too fat to walk means he cannot walk. So always here we use T over 2 plus adjective in negative sense only. So too glad means you're over glad here, which we can't bear. So that expression is wrong. Okay. Even so plus adjective also used in negative sense only. Right? He's so handsome. So handsome is over, extra. Too smart means over smart. That is also minus negative, okay, qualification only. Okay. So here what should be there in this place? Okay, very glad. I am very glad to see you. Don't say too glad or so glad. Is it clear? Right? I am very glad to see you. He ran so fastly that he was able to overtake the escaping thief. So fastly. There is no word like this fastly. Okay? Fast is enough. He ran so fast. Fast is adjective as well as adverb. Ran so fast. Is it clear? This is a adverb only. In adverb form only. Also, in adverb form also, we use fast only, not fastly. There is no word like that, fastly. Fast is adjective and also adverb. Right? So, fastly is a wrong expression. He talks as if he was my boss. So, remember, okay, whenever you get as if here as a linker, whenever, okay, you use as if as a linker, okay, before that as if it is present, here after as if it should be past. Is it clear? Before as if it is past, after as if it should be past perfect. Is it clear? Right? Okay. But here, after if, even though it is a singular, third person singular, it should not be was, it should be were only. As if he were my boss. Don't say he was. Okay. She behaved as if she behaved. Past tense. As if she had been the princess. She behaves, she were the princess. She were only. Don't say she was. Okay. As if I were only. As if he were only. Don't say he was. Though it is third person singular, we are using plural here. Okay. Plural form verb. Is it clear? So, what is the answer? He asks as if he were my boss is the correct option. Not he was. Right? So, generally here, that's why this is called a common error. Okay? Next. So, generally these are, what is it? Improbable and imaginary here. Assumptions. In assumptions, we go with such types. If he were the CM, he would cancel all the examinations. If I were a bird, I were only, don't say I was. If I were a bird, okay, I would fly high. Is it clear? Right? If I were, not I was. After if, with singular pronoun also, singular noun also, were only. Right? Next. This pen is bad, if not worse than that. Okay, here 2 degrees are used. Okay, if not worse than, okay. As bad as, it should be as bad as. This pen is as bad as, if not worse than that. So here mistake is in this part. Because here after worse, this is a comparative. Bad, worse, worst. After comparative, then is coming. Here in the positive, before adjective as, after adjective also as. As good as bad as tall as. Right? So this pen is as bad as, if not worse than that. So answer is B. Next, he is the most ablest man of the town. So ablest, est is there, no? When est is there, no need of most. So remove this most. He is the ablest man of the town is enough. When est is there, no need of most. So answer is in B. Okay, this part has error. The Times of India has the largest circulation of any daily paper. Don't say any daily. Any daily means Times of India also comes in that one. So don't say any. So any other. Any other daily. Not here the Times. Other than Times of India. So what is the answer here? Answer is C. Okay. Next. She is more beautiful but not so intelligent as her sister. Not so intelligent as, this part is okay. So more beautiful is comparative. This comparative should be followed by more beautiful than. More beautiful than. She is more beautiful than, but not so intelligent as her sister. The comparative degree here, more beautiful, it should be followed by than. Here, so intelligent as is okay. So here 2 degrees are used in the same sentence. This is a comparative degree, this is positive degree. In the comparative degree, we should use here than, more beautiful than. In this one, so intelligent as okay. Right? So answer is here. Okay, mistake is in part A. Next, he served the country with heart and soul, but got only a few rewards. A few rewards is wrong here. So here we have to use A. What is the difference between few, a few, the few? Few means not sufficient, A few means at least some, The few means available some, So he served the country with heart and soul, but got only few awards. Few awards means not sufficient. Okay. Not sufficient that he deserved here. That is the meaning. So option D is correct one here. Okay. Next, Much thanks for your kind message of greetings, which I reciprocate most heartily. So much thanks is wrong here. Much is used with uncountable nouns. Here more is used, many is used with countable. Many with countable, here much with uncountable. Much, okay? Much advantage here, much milk, much, okay, like that. Okay, with uncountable nouns you can use much. With countable, with plural here, we can use here many. Next. I want to know if you have received the last information about the incident. Don't say last, it should be latest information. Latest. There is a difference between latest. Latest means recent. Last means in the order, that is the final. So don't get confused. Late, last, latest, later, latter. We must know the difference between these. Here last, latest, late, later, latter. Know the difference between them. Last means in the order last. Latest means the very recent. Okay. Late means in time, late in time. Later means after some time. I'll meet you later. Means after some time. Latter means mentioned, okay, second in order. A and B are friends. The latter is, okay, clever. Latter, L-A-T-T-E-R. Latter is clever. Farmer is here. You are dull, not clever. Farmer means F-O-R-M. F-O-R-M-E-R. Farmer. Means the first mentioned. Latter means the second mentioned. So know the difference between later, latter, late, latest, last. Don't get confused. Here what is the answer? Latest information. So answer is here C. Next. The teacher advised the students to work regularly and hardly if they wanted to pass the examination. Hardly, don't get confused, okay, between hardly and hard. Hard means with great effort, putting great effort. Hardly means almost no. Hardly working means, okay, not at all working. So, know the difference between hard and hardly. Hard means putting great effort. Hardly means not at all. Okay. Don't say I am working hardly. I am working hardly means not at all working. Say I am working hard. Right? Next. Only well-thrived people have their say in Indian politics. So, well-thrive is wrong here. Well-thrived. This V3 form can be used as adjectives. So, V-ing form. Okay, V3 forms. This is a past participle, and this is present participle. These verbs can be often used as adjectives. So, thrived, well-thrived people, thrived, V3 form. Okay? So, they can be used as adjectives, V3 form. So, this V1 form cannot be used as adjective. So, you can use V-ing form, okay, that is present participle form, or V3 form as adjectives only. You can say only well-thriving people also. Okay, or thrived. Well-thrived means already, okay, in good condition, well developed. Right? Next. This year's result of the college is a matter of shame to all concerned. All concerned is all the concerned. Okay, the plus, okay, V3 form, right, is equal to your noun. Okay. The plus V3 form becomes a noun. Is it clear? For example, all the concerned means concerned people. So it should be here preceded by the rich, for example. Even the plus adjective becomes a noun. Right? Here adjective, what is that? V3 form is used as adjective. So for example, the rich means the rich people. Okay? Is it like the concerned means the concerned people? Okay? Who show interest. Next. When we think of Gandhi, we feel that he was the most unique man of the world. So here is wrong here, mistake here. In this one, what is the answer here? D. In this one, what is the answer? A. Right. So in 29, most unique is wrong. Just unique is enough. Answer C. Right? Why? Some adjectives like unique means only one. It has no comparative superlative forms. More unique, most unique. Yeah, don't say like that. Some nouns like round, okay, perfect, quite, is it clear? Unique. They don't have any comparative superlative forms. Don't say more round, most round. Round itself means radius is equal here in all directions from the center. Right? So we can't say more round, most round. Perfect also, perfect means 100% only. Right? So we can't say more perfect, most perfect. Quite is also, quite means complete. Don't say here more quite, most quite. Okay, in the same way, unique also. Unique means only one of its nature. So it has no comparative superlative forms. So don't use more, most with this one. Next, C.V. Raman. Sir C.V. Raman was one of the wisest and learned men of his time. So when two adjectives are used, first give preference to your adjectives. Okay, adjectives with present participle or past participle. First mention these here. Okay, and next use this adjective. This should come. Learned should come first. Wisest should come this side. Okay. So if 2-3 adjectives are added here, first give preference to this. Okay, V3 form or V-ing form adjectives. First this type adjectives should be given preference. Next only this type, wise, wiser, wisest. Okay. So what is the answer? Sir C.V. Raman was one of the learned and wisest men of his time. Right? So answer is here. What is that? So B only. It should come here. It should come here. Okay, guys. All the best here. Practice these here. Even if you want here more clarification and theory, especially here this test is based on here adjectives only. So most of the questions here, most of the common errors are given from the topic adjectives, that is from the degree of comparison, degrees of comparison. Is it clear? Right? And few other adjectives. Okay, few, less, right? Such type here. Next one. Here. So if you practice these and again if you still get any doubt here, go back to the lessons or ELR videos, okay, prepared by me in ICT Studio. So you can choose here English and Communication Skills course. Here videos are given by Srinivas Reddy. Right? Okay, guys, all the best.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.